Hi, everybody. Welcome to a stretch session. My name's Danny. I'm going to be guiding you through your practice today. So, this practice is going to be primarily focused on the neck, the shoulders, and the upper back. It's great for those of you who find yourself sat in one place for a long time. You can roll out your mat and join me on the floor, or you can just sit at your desk and join me. So, when you're ready, when you are in a comfortable position, we're going to go ahead and get started. So, I'd like you to rest your hands in a comfortable position. Maybe they're on your knees, maybe just in your lap in front of you. I'd like you to close your eyes for the beginning of our practice. So, we're just going to settle into our space, relax our mind and our body. Make sure you're not holding on to any tension. Sometimes we clench our jaw. Sometimes we lift those shoulders up towards our ears. I want you just to scan the body and try to relax as much as you can. We're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose if that's possible for you today. Inhale again and exhale, trying to push out those exhalations as long as we can. In turn, those inhales will lengthen again. Let's do another round in your own time. And if you want to keep your eyes closed here, you can. Let's start off and bring the left ear down towards the left shoulder, making sure you're not rising your shoulders up towards them. If you want a little bit more of a stretch down that left side, the right side of your neck, take that hand, place it on the right ear and cheek, apply some gentle pressure. Nothing too drastic. And if you want to, you can start to move the chin. Maybe you want to come down towards the collarbone, up towards the sky, moving in whatever action or movement feels good for you today. Release that hand. If you had it there, return your head back up to center. Sit up nice and tall, and we're going to go over to the right hand side. Pick up that right hand, place it on the left ear and cheek. Feel that stretch run all the way down the left side of the neck. And again, you can bring some movement here if you want to. When you're ready, bring the head back up to center. Again, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall and bring the chin down towards the collarbone. You can gaze down. If you want a little bit more now, you can interlace the fingers, bring the palms to the back of the head, draw those elbows together, and again apply some gentle pressure to the back of that head, releasing the chin further in towards the collarbone. Make sure you are sitting up nice and tall. You might feel this down the back of your neck, maybe into the shoulders, maybe running all the way down that spine. This is a really nice one to do, especially first thing in the morning. Return to a neutral position, lift that chin, release the hands. This time we're going to bring the arms all the way up and over our head. You can interlace the fingers if you want to, maybe leaving the first fingers pointing up. And we're just going to lean over to the left. So you should be able to feel a nice stretch running down that right side of the body. As you inhale back up to center, and as you exhale, we're going to the other side. Inhale back up to center again. So let's release that left hand down by our side, and we're going to bend the elbow, taking the stretch a little bit deeper this time. If you're sat at your chair or you're on a chair at your desk, you can use the desk to help you here. Inhale, both arms come up and over your head. Release the right hand down this time next to you. Bend the elbow, bend into that right side body, stretching the left side. Inhale again, Back to center, release the hands. So I'd like you to take hold of your knees. We're going to gently rock our weight backwards, stretch the arms, bring the chin in towards the collarbone again. And I want you to start to separate those shoulder blades. Bring a roundness into the back. You can really grip hold of your knees for support here, but we're rounding the back. And let's reverse that into the other way. So elbows this time in towards the body. We're going to open the chest, lift the chin. I want you to push the belly buttons forward, and we're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together. This is called your seated cow pose. Let's reverse it again into seated cat. Round the back. Separate those shoulder blades and lean back. Chin comes in towards the chest. Seated cow again. Let's reverse it. Bend the elbows, push that belly button forward, chest comes out, shoulder blades in together, chin comes up. And return to center. Let's have a big roll of those shoulders backwards, a big roll of those shoulders forwards. Let's do a little flow now. Bringing some of those movements in together. So on your next inhale, I want you to bring your hands up and over your head. We're going to lean over to one side, doesn't matter which side first. As you inhale, back up to center, and as you exhale, over to the other side. Inhale, back up to center, release one hand next to you. Let's go deeper, bend the elbow. Inhale, hands up and over your head. And as you exhale, over to the other side. We're moving a little bit quicker. Inhale, back up and over your head. Now, as you exhale, I want you to bend the elbows, bring the elbows in towards the side body. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. This is called your cactus pose. On your next inhalation, arms come up and over your head. And exhale back into your cactus pose. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Let's release the arms forward. I want you to cross one elbow, one arm over the other. Bend the elbow so your fingertips are pointing up. Wrap the forearms together. If you can, bring those palms together. This is called eagle pose. From here, if you can, I want you to pull those elbows up a little bit so they're kind of coming in line with your shoulders. This should feel nice across the upper back. Now let's twist the elbows over towards one knee. Doesn't matter which one first. We're twisting the body. Return them to center. And let's go over to the other side. Other knee. Back to center. Now, if you want to, you can fold here. You might only get so far. You might find that your forearms can touch the floor if you're seated. Take a few breaths. You may start to feel this in the lower back, maybe the glutes, maybe the hips. Use your core to bring you back up to center and release the hands. Let's have one more big roll of the shoulders backwards and forwards. We're going to do that little flow one more time. So inhale, arms come all the way up and over your head. Let's exhale over to one side. Inhale to center, exhale over to the other side. Inhale to center, exhale, put that palm next to you, bend the elbow, going deeper into our side stretch. Inhale, back up to center, exhale to the other side. Inhale to center. As you exhale, cactus pose, bend the elbows, bring them in towards the side body. And then up towards center and back into our cactus pose. Arms come back out in front of you. Now, last time, if you did left over right, we're going to do right over left, if you can remember. So let's bend the elbows, fingertips pointing up towards the sky. Wrap those forearms, palms may meet. See if you can lift the elbows just a little bit. Feel that stretch across the upper back and the shoulder blades. Let's twist. Bring those elbows towards one knee. So they're pointing towards one knee, back to center, over to the other knee. Back to center and fold as far as you can. You might not come to the floor and that's okay. Use that core to bring you back up to center. Let's release the hands. One more big roll of the shoulders backwards and forward. So from here, you may want to change up your seating position. I'm going to come into a thunderbolt pose. So I'm going to kneel on the floor with my bottom coming in towards your heels. If you're sat in a chair, just stay where you are. You can still join us in these movements. So I want you to bring the hands behind the back. We're going to interlace the fingers so the palms come together. So you're really going to squeeze those shoulder blades back, and this might be enough for you. If you feel like you can go a little bit deeper, see if you can move those palms away from the body, lift them up. If you want a bit more, you can begin to lean forwards, maybe bringing your forehead onto the floor, maybe just bringing your chest over your thighs. And if you're on the floor like me and you want even more, bring that bottom up towards the sky, away from the heels, and then release the arms even further over the body and down towards the floor. So everybody's finishing position is going to look a little bit different here, depending on what position we started in, depending on our shoulder flexibility. When you're ready, let's return back to center. Now, if you're in a chair, bear with me, but if you are on the floor, I want you to bring your hands onto the floor. We're going to come into a tabletop pose. Just make sure that your wrists are in line below your shoulders. Make sure that your knees are below your hips. Now, we're going to inhale, bring one arm all the way up into the sky with a big twist. And if you're in your chair, you can join me here. Let's move the arm under and into the gap that we've got between our knee and our wrist. And we're going to place the hand on the floor, palm facing up towards the sky. You can rest your ear and cheek on the floor. So you're going to stay here, but if you are in your chair, you may have already found that we're going to just twist the arm across the body. You're still going to get that twisting action here. So you're going to twist the arm all the way around the body, and with your free arm, just grab hold of the other hip. So I'm going to come back into this position. So with the hand that is on the floor, or the palm that is on the floor, is going to push the ground away, coming back into our starting position, coming out the way we came in, return that hand to the floor. Let's go other side. Inhale, arm comes all the way up or out. As you exhale, bring it through that gap, palm facing the ceiling. You can rest your ear and cheek onto the floor. And if you're in your chair, you can do the same, but just slightly different. You're still having a twist. A few more breaths here. When you're ready, using that hand that is next to your face to push the ground away, coming out the way we came in. One last twist. Hand comes back towards the floor. So we have finished our little movement practice today. I hope that your neck, your shoulders, your upper back is feeling a little bit looser. I'm hoping that you have had time to settle your mind, and I hope that you enjoyed our practice today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you for another stretch session soon. Bye.